Hello, welcome to MindBody TV. I am Dr. Kim Duramo, and I've created MindBody TV to share about how the body heals itself and how you can activate that anytime, anywhere for powerful self-healing, well-being, vitality, freedom, and to expand your life. I am really excited to share today's topic, which is about EFT Meridian tapping in honor of this month where we're starting the Tapping World Summit. This is Nick Ortner's company's annual amazing summit that they've run for 15 years now. I've been a speaker for about 13 years, and this is one of the most powerful mind-body tools I've used for myself personally, for patients, clients, friends, like everybody. It's so powerful to allow an instant shift, whether it's pain or disease or fatigue, anxiety, depression, especially for kids. I've seen this to be one of the most powerful self-healing tools to give a kid because they intuitively know how to work with their body, how to work with their energy and their emotions. And we really are creating a better world when we get these modalities out. So I wanted to share in this week's episode about how EFT tapping works to heal physical and emotional pain. And that's a pretty broad term of how I'm using that, whether it's old trauma or the pain of like not having what you want, or life is an uphill battle, or I've got to do this job and I don't want to do it, or my relationships are falling apart. It can be physical and emotional pain related to virtually anything. And this is a really great approach to allow that to release from your system, physically, mentally, emotionally, and from your life circumstances, because that's how powerful it is when you generate inner change. So welcome. I would love to hear where you're tuning in from and what is it about this topic? Are you interested in EFT? Have you heard about EFT before? Have you used EFT? Are you new to EFT? The Tapping World Summit is starting, and you can get these videos for free. Right now, there are summit videos to teach you how to use it. What is it about? There are really powerful meditations they are giving away for free, which I highly recommend. You can use these at any time during your day to rebalance and regenerate your energy. So the details to sign up for that, for the free meditations and for the free summit, is in the description below. And I can't speak highly enough about this event, what they put together, and how much it's changed my life. So welcome, and let me know your thoughts on that. Are you new to tapping? Stay tuned. It's awesome. Okay, so the things I wanted to say from a physician standpoint is that there are three parts of your nervous system we are working on here with EFT tapping or any mind-body stuff. There's your frontal brain, which is like the voluntary nervous system. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. What I'm thinking, we can put in affirmations and consciously intend for change. I'm powerful and strong, and it will affect the other parts of our brain. This is all the conscious part of our brain. So that's like one part of your nervous system. I'm going to go to the gym and lift weights. I'm going to bring my drink and bring it to my lips. This is the voluntary conscious nervous system. Okay, that's of course impacted, but the deeper part of your nervous systems are really part 2 and 3. So the second part is your limbic system. This is the automatic part, the subconscious part, the auto programming, like your heart is beating, your body's breathing, even if you're asleep, your blood pressure is regulating itself, your kidneys are filtering toxins. There's all kinds of stuff happening inside your body that is governed by this second nervous system, and it's automated. It's below the level of conscious control. Doesn't mean you can't impact it, because you certainly can. And this is one of the major ways that EFT works to heal the body. So whether you have, let's throw out kidney disease or an autoimmune disorder or a pain syndrome, or maybe like an infection that your body's not clearing, we can support the limbic system, and it will dramatically support the immune system, the digestive system, and detoxification pathways. your blood pressure, heart rate, physiology, even your genetics. Yes, your body can repair the genes and its ability to do so, to turn on the genes for resilience, restoration, to turn off the genes that would be programming cancer or bad diseases, is governed by the limbic system. This is your subconscious, unconscious, automated programming. So this is really, really important in mind-body medicine. If I want to help someone's body clear Epstein-Barr virus, right? Or clear Lyme disease, or clear like whatever might be going on, we can work with this part of your nervous system in order to do that. The third part is your meridian system. This is very well understood and researched in Eastern medicine, just beginning to be understood and researched in Western medicine. We have teased out the pathways anatomically to look at these channels. And there are these electrocurrent channels that channels little pathways that carry current and electrolytes, salts, that are directly linked with the mapped out positions of the meridians. So you've got like your kidney meridian, you're going to tap underneath the collarbone. I've got the stomach meridian. You can tap right underneath the eyes and the top of the cheekbone. So these meridians course through all of your body and affect pretty much everything. So when you tap on one area, it's not really about that area. It's about where that channel governs and clearing the charge that may be present in your body. So we're really dealing with these three parts of the nervous system. And that's why this kind of approach is so powerful. So I want to look here at when we've got physical or emotional pain, what is it related to? Now, you may have no idea. And I've had so many people tell me, no, I don't need all that stuff. This is just a physical problem. Well, yeah, the emotional will physicalize because your cells are listening. They will generate inflammation. They will generate medical dis-ease and lab changes. They will generate even changes in like your genetic expression. And yeah, you get a quote unquote real disease, but that doesn't mean the cause of it is at that level, right? Like I gotta have a medication because I gotta treat my thyroid. Well, what if we actually give your thyroid what it needs to regenerate and produce a normal amount of thyroid hormone? In fact, we do this all the time. You'd have to rebalance the adrenal glands. And guess what? Your limbic system is directly feeding into your adrenals, your thyroid, every organ system in your body. And when you do something that balances it, you can have really powerful results in your physical health. So what has been going on for you? And it doesn't need to be like a health-related problem. It could be, oh my God, my husband is driving me crazy, or oh, I never have enough money, or yeah, like a lot of people in our community will say, I'm always, just when I get better, my health is failing me again, or like something that's kind of like a chronic thing over and over and over. So what is coming up in your life experience that you'd like to change, that is getting your attention, that's really like an intense trigger or disturbance? Or, because we can grow from desperation or inspiration, what is something you really aspire to, that you are ready to step into in your life now? I want to have amazing, powerful health. I want to have an awesome career doing something that's really meaningful for me, that makes a massive difference in people's lives. I want to have my greatest partner, intimate partner that I really feel loved and cherished by, that I can really be myself with, or just I want to really know who myself is and start like living my organic self and feel whole in my life. It could be anything, because our beliefs are linked to our experience. So I wanted to talk about major sort of things in our belief system that bring about these limitations and have us live those same patterns over and over and over, or have like the relationship that just won't change, or this disease that just like won't go away, or something gets better, but then something else gets worse and I never really seem to heal. That's a pattern. We can shift a pattern. So you want to go for something that's like really, really chargy. So on a scale of 1 to 10, how intense is this problem for you? So share in the comments, where are you tuning in from? what is interesting to you about this topic and what comes up for you as a trigger. Maybe it's not like a mental emotional thing, but it's like a circumstance thing. Like, oh, always I have to blah, 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 right? It might be like a complaint, but something that's really big for you, it's bringing up pain. Like, I don't want to have to deal with this anymore. We're going to work with this with our tapping today. Now, the first thing you want to look at when something's like stuck and not getting better, you might not like this, but it's going to be a really power play for you to do this is there some unconscious part of me that's actually trying to get a need met through keeping this problem, right? Like if I don't know, maybe I am in a lot of emotional pain over grief because I lost someone important in my life, or maybe I had a trauma, something really hard happened. And because this pain is here, I'll acknowledge that trauma. I'll acknowledge like this was really hard for me, or I can get some kind of like attention, like, wow, this was really hard for you from other people that maybe I wouldn't let myself get otherwise, right? Like I have a pain or an illness that has people say, wow, this person's gone through something really difficult. But if I could just actually acknowledge the emotion and let myself have that, I wouldn't even need the pain or the illness anymore. So it's a subconscious way of getting that need met because we're like, oh, I haven't really wanted to or known how to meet this need. So I always do this when I work with people privately and they have these like medical conundrums. One person saw like 20 different doctors in Boston, which was like, quote unquote, the medical mecca of the world. No one could figure out this case. And one of the first things we did was look at, well, if your subconscious system was trying to use this to get a need met, what would it be up to, right? And it's not your conscious choice. You don't consciously like, I want to get people's attention, or I want to have a sense of belonging, so I need to hang on to this trauma to be part of that group, or whatever. But subconsciously, like, So get a little bit curious about that, because that's one of the things we're going to tap on is like kind of like the side benefit. And you can actually just share it with the group, be vulnerable, be willing to see, oh, I could see a way my system might be actually trying to do this to help me out, even though, of course, I know that doesn't make any sense. I wouldn't consciously choose that. So like call yourself out on that. When we do Embracing Health, which starts every June, and I work with people live, this is the first thing we do up front, because if we can clear that, which we'll do a little bit with that today, you're really way more free. Okay, the second part is there something in the past, like a trauma, or I hurt someone or someone hurt me, that I'm still kind of holding on to? And you want to look at that because how you're holding that experience is actually living in your body right now, created and recreated as a limitation. And you can actually let that go and have access to a lot more of your energy. You don't need to keep playing out that pattern. And then the third one is there an identity, or like, well, that's just not who I am. I'm not that kind of person. I could never do that. That's holding you back, because the heart may be bringing you forward like, ooh, let's do this. But then you have this identity like, oh, no, that won't work, right? So like identity or beliefs, ID or BS, belief systems. So past, we've got side benefit was the first one. Past, trauma, or like identity / belief systems. And those are the three areas we're going to work with today and use some EFT. So you're just going to jump right in, tap on the outer edge of your karate chop, your little karate chop point here on your pinky side of your hand. And if you didn't type in the comments, do that now, because it's really going to help you consciously register what's going on, what's coming up, get it out, versus like, oh yeah, and then you don't actually verbalize it or write it down. You don't necessarily register it the same way consciously. And consciously becoming aware of what's going on is shining light on the darkness. It's the most important part. Take a deep breath in. Relax your shoulders and exhale. So you're going to follow along with me and repeat out loud, okay? So the first part is, even though there might be some side benefits my body's hanging on to, keeping this pattern in place. I choose to allow myself to be free. Even though I might be getting something out of this illness or problem, I wonder what else is possible. Even though there may be ulterior motives, unconsciously, where this problem is getting my needs met. I choose to forgive myself and set myself free. All right, so inner eye. It's okay for me to see this. Outer eye, and not make myself wrong. Under the eye, that will just block the insight. Under the eye. And I think there may be something here. On the chin, this persistent problem or challenge. Under the collarbone, I have not been able to figure out. Under the arm, and it's really hard. Top of the head, I'm frustrated. Inner eye, there's real pain here. Outer eye, physically, emotionally. Under the eye, this is causing problems in my life. Under the nose, I wonder what it would take. On the chin, from my system to let this go. Under the collarbone, being loving and compassionate with myself. Under the arm, as I allow this awareness. Top of the head of what might be keeping this in place. Just stay curious. Inhale. And exhale. Relax your shoulders. Breath is really helpful here. What did you feel? Now, not going to go super deep in this mini session, but that could have brought up a lot of like guilt, judgment, even like, how dare you think, I'm a victim here, and not being willing to see that like my system's actually creative and I could create it differently. So be really compassionate with yourself, be really easy on yourself. Just be curious. We're going to tap on our next part now, but you can share like what came up there. So inner eye, you can repeat after me, acknowledging my past. Outer eye, what I still might be carrying. Under the eye, known and unknown. Under the nose, related to this problem. On the chin, this pain. Under the collarbone, unrelenting, such a problem. Under the arm, it's really bothering me. Top of the head, I wonder if there's anything I'm carrying. Inner eye, from my past. Under the eye, if I hurt someone, if someone hurt me. Under the eye, and that's still being carried in my body. Under the nose, I wonder what it would take. On the chin, for my system to let that go. Under the collarbone, would it be safe for me to let that go? Under the arm, and everything that goes along with it. The top of the head, and let myself be more free. Take a deep breath. Okay, breathe, breathe, breathe. Let your body open. There may be yawning. That's the parasympathetic nervous system coming online. That's the rest and digest, restore. There may be tears. There may be intensification of some of this. Pause, take a drink of water, take 10 slow breaths. It's okay. You can always, this is recorded, go back and watch that tapping and do it again. We're going to do a little bit more. Just beliefs I might be holding. Outer eye about this problem, this illness. Under the eye about what's possible. Under the nose, beliefs I have about my body. On the chin, beliefs about my worth. Under the collarbone, the idea I have to prove my worth and my value. Under the arm, would I be willing to let these beliefs go? Just some of them, maybe more. Top of the head, so that I could be more free. Take a deep breath in. Let it all go. Big, full exhale. Let your shoulders soften. Let your body relax. Let yourself be present to everything you're feeling. You can bring your hands to your heart. Let your belly expand out on the inhales. Let it sink back in on the exhales. This is a potent moment. You've opened your energy systems. You may be feeling a lot. It's okay. You can ground into the earth and just discharge everything back into the earth. Either physically get outside with bare feet or just envision and see and intend. Your body already knows how to do it. And let your body just discharge that back into the core of the earth. Drink a lot of water. And then share in the comments what came up for you. This is a pretty intense session. You go really deep with this work if you allow yourself to. So I would love to hear from you about what did this bring up? Even the idea, right? For some people, it's like, I'm causing my illness. So you don't need to get into victim blame wrongness. You can just let the awareness in. Oh, maybe there's something going on in my system I wasn't aware of. And I can be aware of that. I don't need to judge it, blame it. Of course, I wouldn't choose it consciously to do that. No one is to blame. There is no wrongness here. But could I get to the core of what's happening in my system? And this is a really great 3-part process using EFT tapping to get to the source to heal physical and emotional pain. I'm so, so grateful to be here with you and bring this amazing work. I will be here each week live from MindBody TV on Wednesdays at 11 a.m. Mountain Time in the MindBody community and in my YouTube channel, Dr. Kim Duramo. I'll invite you to register for the Tapping World Summit 15th annual session. That is free. It's below. And there's some really, really great pre-summit videos. They've got one with a set of powerful EFT meditations. Definitely take advantage of those. They will help you make this work more powerful for you, connect more powerfully in your body. And the link is below for that. You can find me at drkimd.com and go to my website for my courses to go deeper with self-healing work, for my best-selling book, The MindBody Toolkit, which is available on the website, drkimd.com/book, or on Amazon to really begin to activate your power now. I'm so excited to have you here. I'm sending you lots of love, and I'll see you next week. Bye. Thank you for tuning in to MindBody TV. I would love to hear from you. Post a comment with any question, insight, aha, or just to say hello. Make sure you subscribe. Hit that subscribe button so you stay tuned for weekly episodes. I'll see you next week.